Hey all, here at OS Reviews, you're watching our hands-on review of a Spy clip-on/wearable camcorder. It's meant to be kind of worn kind of like a pen, but it doesn't actually have a ballpoint tip. The packaging here is very simple. It retails for just about $60 and it can record at full 1080p resolution. Here's the camera itself, which we'll take a closer look at in a second. Underneath, you also have a microfiber cleaning cloth for the lens, and just because the entire thing is extremely glossy, it attracts fingerprints like crazy. I've already taken this out of the box, but just very quickly showing you guys what you have when you first unpack it. There's also a lanyard strap so you can wear it around your neck, or you can clip it onto a shirt or onto the backpack, and just the tip kind of is left out with the camera lens, hence why it is very much a wearable camera. Now we also have a instruction manual on the inside with the company's logo on the top, as well as some very basic specs about how to operate it. Now, kind of the interesting thing about this camera is that it can also be used as a voice recorder. In fact, that's one of the primary features. If you don't want to use it for recording videos, you can just move it into the voice recording mode on the right here and just tap on the top ones to begin recording voice notes. And this is a very purposeful decision because usually we have video recording and photo taking, but on here the secondary switch is reserved just for voice memos, which I actually do think makes a lot of sense for a discrete form factor like this. Now you can actually remove the cap here and it reveals a USB tip. This is actually another very convenient feature because you can just insert it directly onto a computer, both for charging the built-in battery and for syncing out data, and it acts basically like a thumb drive for viewing back your videos, your files, and you can even store some local content as well, kind of like a real thumb drive. The only downside here is it doesn't come with any internal memory, so you have to supply your own micro SD card. Otherwise, the design and the build of the camera, I would say, is actually better than expected as well, just because even though the entire thing is made out of plastic, it has a pretty nice weight. So when you first pick it up, you'll probably be surprised at how hefty it feels. It's not hollow at all, and it seems like there's definitely more components inside than what meets the eye. In terms of operations, it's definitely one of the simplest cameras that I've used in a long time. In fact, it really is just extremely easy to use. Just set it onto the mode that you want, such as video recording, and you'll see an LED pop onto life on the top. And it will be blue just to tell you that it's on and it's not currently recording. If I tap on it once, it's going to start blinking and it started recording. So you can just leave it onto a pocket or, take it with you in your hand. It's very ergonomic and easy to hold. And once you want to end the video clip, it also records sound, of course. Just tap on it once, and again, it just turns solid blue again. Voice recording mode, it will turn green, but we have the same kind of settings. It will blink when it's actually recording and be stable when the recording session has stopped. So it's just extremely simple to use. All the controls are just very straightforward. It almost reminds me of something like a Cisco Flip camcorder from back in the day, which had just one button for recording. Kind of feels like that because there's just one key to click on to start and then to stop. As shown in those sample clips, I would say the clarity of the shots are actually pretty good. The lens itself seems to be picking up sufficient detail. The microphone is on the very top here and picks up voices relatively well indoors. It's not going to do quite as well against the wind because it still is a pinhole microphone. The biggest downside here is it doesn't have any stabilization. There's no optical, there's no software stabilization, so as you move around it does become quite shaky. What that means is I would really recommend using this only for when you're sitting down in one place, like for a meeting or for a lecture, something like that, or maybe on a bus. If you're trying to really just move around and walk around, that's not going to work at all. You would want to use it with maybe some type of gimbal, but I'm not sure how that would work because of the unconventional form factor here. You could always use software stabilization to post edit your videos, but that really takes a lot of time and not everyone will have access to those resources. So if you're getting this to use as kind of an action camera as a replacement to something that you can just hold in your hands and then just walk around for vlogs, I think that you'll be disappointed. But if you're just recording this to basically stay in one spot, to clip on your shirt while you're just standing still or sitting down, then it actually does a good job because the lens picks up a sufficient amount of detail. The colors are pretty natural and vibrant looking, especially outdoors, and the field of view is also relatively wide without really distorting your shot, so it still seems quite natural. So the performance in terms of the sheer resolution and frame rate are good, it's just a little bit shaky because of the lack of stabilization. You can check out more details in the links down below, but for now that's been our video. Thanks for watching here at OS Reviews.